In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a free chatbot that will connect to your business's Facebook page, and then you can take that and integrate it with your website no matter what platform you're using. If you're using WordPress or Shopify or Squarespace, it doesn't matter. You can even use it on some of the landing page funnel builders like ClickFunnels or Lead Pages. It doesn't matter. You're going to be able to take this chatbot and plug it in wherever your website is. If that interests you, keep watching. Hi, my name is Adam from WPCrafter.com, where I make WordPress tutorial videos for non-techies. If you're new here, consider clicking on the subscribe button, and to not miss a video, click on the bell. All right, a chatbot is useful for a lot of different things, and we're going to use a free chatbot service. Now, there's lots of different free chatbot services. The one we're going to use is called Mobile Monkey, and you can visit their page right now. Go to WPCrafter.com/mobilemonkey, one word, and it's going to take you right on over to their website. And so here it is. Their service you can actually use for a lot of really cool things, but in this video, we're going to just specifically focus on the chatbot portion. And I think a chatbot is very relevant for every type of business, because what happens is people are going to ask you questions through your website, and over time you start to see a pattern of questions that people ask, and they'll ask you via Facebook Messenger, they'll email you, there's all sorts of ways they'll contact you, and typically will ask you the same questions, and you can use a chatbot to answer a lot of those. Even for me, on my website, I have a frequently asked and a help section, but yet I still get asked those questions via live chat, via Facebook Messenger, and all of that. And so that's where a chatbot comes in. If you're a local business, if someone wants to say, hey, are you open on Saturday? A chatbot can answer that for you. Are you open on Christmas Eve? A chatbot can answer that for you. So there's all sorts of things that you can use a chatbot for. And I'm specifically going to do the tutorial on this service because it has live operator takeover. And what that means is you or someone in your business can have Facebook Messenger open on their computer and see when people are interacting with your chat box and easily jump in and take over the chat if they wanted to. All right, so here it is. It's a Mobile Monkey. Now, here's their pricing page. We're going to just use the free plan. There is a tiny bit of branding that is so obscure with it, and I'll show you in this video. So we're going to mainly be using this chatbot builder right here, but there's other things you could do. There's like a chat blaster. That's where all the people that have interacted with your bot, you can send a message to all of them. So if you're a business and you sell things, you might say, hey, do you want a 20% off coupon? It's good for the next 24 hours. There's all kinds of things you could do with that. You probably want to use it sparingly. There's also a Q&A trigger. So if people are asking your bot things that you don't have answers for, it collects all of those questions so that you can go and create an answer for it. It's very neat. Post, comment card, we're not going to go over that. The live chat takeover, though, that is the really cool thing. And then, of course, the website chat widget, where we're going to integrate this with our website, and you can see they're actually using it right here on their website. If you did want one of their paid plans, it adds some additional things like scheduled blasts, drip blasts, or drip campaigns where you can send a message on the first day they reach out to you, the 5th day, 7th day, stuff like that. There's some deeper analytics, and you get integrations that might be useful for you. In this video, though, we're just going to use the free version. However, everything we go over applies if you want to have one of their paid options as well. So getting an account set up is really easy. You're going to go ahead and click on anywhere on this site where it says get a free account, and it's just like integrating anything else with Facebook. You click on it, it says, do you want to use Facebook to log in? And then it pops up your profile and you authorize it. It'll take you 2 seconds. I'm sure you've already done it before. Just make sure you're logged into Facebook on the same browser that you're doing this on, and you'll get set up really quick. And then it's going to end up taking you right here. And once you go through that process, now Mobile Monkey will be aware of all of the Facebook pages that you're an administrator on. And so the way this works is simple. We're going to create one chat bot and connect it to one of your Facebook pages. You can only have one bot connected at a single time to one of your Facebook pages. and we're going to build that all out right now. So the first thing I want to do is click on Create a Blank Chatbot. And then we're going to get this option to use one of our other chatbots that we have already built out, or just start with a clean slate. For this tutorial, we're going to just create a new one, clean slate, just like this. And then it's going to take us right here, and we have a new one that says Untitled Chatbot. We're going to click on Edit, and the first thing we're going to do is actually give this chatbot a title. And the way we do that is we click right here on Settings. Now in the settings, this is where we're going to name this chatbot, and we're also going to choose the Facebook page that we manage to link it up to. So I'm going to go ahead and add a name right now. Okay, so I named this bot Tutorial, keeping it simple. And then when you scroll down the page a little bit, you're going to see a list of the Facebook pages that you manage. And all you have to do is click on the connect button to now connect this bot, which doesn't have anything in it, but we're going to connect this bot to that Facebook page. And what's nice is if you ever want to disconnect this bot with that Facebook page, you're going to go here, and this button's going to go from saying connect to disconnect. So I'm going to click on connect, and it's going to connect it. And you see now it says disconnect. So if I ever want to say, I don't want to do this bot thing anymore, you can easily disconnect it. Or you can maybe disconnect it, create a whole new bot with a whole new flow, and then connect that and kind of go back and forth with the bots. You can do that as well. So now this is basically the interface. Now everything's going to be pretty much done right here where it says pages. And I'll explain what that means in a moment. Q&A is where we're going to see a list of the things that people might be entering into the bot that you don't have an answer for. So it keeps like a catalog of that. So you can go in there and you can add automatic responses once you see these common threads that people start asking. HTML elements, this is what we're going to use to integrate it to our website. We will be doing that in this video. FB comment card, what this does is if someone leaves a comment on a particular Facebook post that you made to your page, you can automate sending them a message back. This is when you say, oh, if you want to save 20% today, just leave a comment in the comment section. And then people say, oh, I want that coupon. And then this will automatically send it to those people. Then down here we have Chat Blaster. This is a feature that you get access to, and Drip Campaigns is something that you need a paid plan for. You can see a list of your contacts, etc., etc. Now, when we're ready to test the bot that we're about to build, there's a button in the top right that says Test This Bot. You click on that, and then we'll actually be able to test this bot. Okay, so let's click on Pages. So the basic way a bot works, it's a lot like, or kind of think about it like one of those auto attendants when you call a business. You call a business and they say, thank you for calling. And if you want this department, press 1, this department, press 2, this department, press 3. And then you click on say 1, and then it gives you the information. Maybe to hear the address, you press 1, and then it gives you the address. And then at the end, it says to go back to the main menu, press this or do this. And that's pretty much what we're creating with a bot. But what's also nice is, when you've called those IVRs nowadays, you don't even have to put a button in for those auto attendants. Now it says, just say what you want. Just say your card number. Just say, I want to know the office address and all that. And so that same kind of technology, you're now actually able to use in a bot. So your bot can get smarter over time, understanding what people are asking, and then giving them what they're asking without having it to be press 1 or click here or do that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what we're doing when we're creating a bot. Now, this is a very powerful bot builder. So there's all of these elements you see here at the top: text, images, galleries. You can create a form. This is where you're asking questions. The person's answering those questions. And then with this email element right here, then you can take all that info and email it to someone. That is a very powerful video. This is actually great for me and my channel. Someone can say, hey, how do I migrate a website? I can have a bot that says, oh, here's the video for that, and just give them the YouTube video, bam, right there, problem solved. So there's all of these powerful elements that you can use when you're building out this bot. Now, the way it works is when someone first jumps into your Facebook Messenger, or when this is integrated on your website, on the Messenger on your website, the first thing they're going to get is this welcome page right here, and we can put anything we want. By default, it's just showing some text here, but say we might want it to also show our logo. Well, it's super easy. All we would have to do is click right here where it says image. We're just clicking on the image element, and then we probably don't want the message and then the image. We'd probably want our logo at the top. So we can click right here and just drag that up. Bam, we now have our logo and a message. It's looking super branded and personalized for you. You just click in here and then put your logo file in. So you can do whatever you want with this. And if you put an element in that you want to get rid of, just click on the little trash can and it's gone. So the way this works is for each of these options that we're going to give someone, say when someone wants to know what your office address is. So we would create a page, and right here it says right here, create a page. We would click on this and we'd create a page. Oh, here is our address. And so you would create these series of pages, and essentially your bot is just giving people options to jump in and out of these pages, just like how a website is. You have all of your content separated in these pages, and you give people the ability to jump around those pages. And that's what we're doing here with a bot. So what I'm going to do right now is build a basic bot, and I will then connect in one of the more complicated bots that I have built so that you can see how that works as well. So here's the first message. I think with a bot, you want to try to make it sound as personable as possible. So it says, thanks for your message. Someone will be right with you. That's probably not what we want to communicate. So I'm going to go ahead and change that now. All right, I changed my message to say, hey, and then pull in their first name from their Facebook account. How can we help you today? So what is nice about using a messenger bot is someone doesn't have to necessarily give you some of the basic information. It's just being relayed through Facebook. So you can relay someone's first name and someone's last name and some basic details like that. And so these, I just like to refer to them as buckets. So there's buckets where you'll put information in these buckets. And this one happens to already be pre-filled out. And so at any point in the bot builder where you're entering text, you can easily pull up the list of buckets that you can use in your messages by putting in or by entering two of those brackets. So for me, it's shift, bracket, and then boom, there is my list of values that I can use throughout these various messages. And what's also nice about this is when we're using the form element, we're going to be able to create these buckets, and we could use those throughout the bot experience as well. So you would just go down. If I wanted it to show their last name right there, hit enter, and now it will show them the last name. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is give them some options. And the best and easiest way probably to do that is to add a button. So you'll click right here, add a button. You'll give the button a label. This is what's going to show when someone actually is offered this as an option. And then you can choose three different things that's going to happen when someone clicks that button. Number one, you can have it go to a different page. So in that example where you had a page set up with all of your contact information, we can create that page, and then we can make a button show that. And we can also have a button place a phone call. So this is great if someone's doing this communication on their mobile device. They can tap that button and it's going to call you right away. And then we can also have it go straight to a URL. So if someone says, what are your pricing for XYZ, you can actually have a button that takes them straight to your pricing page, or you can have the bot respond with something specific. So there's lots of things you could also do with this URL option right here. So I'm going to go ahead and add two button options right now. Okay, I've created two buttons. One says call now, the other one says business hours, and this is going to be linked to a page that we're going to create right now. Now you can delete these buttons at any time, or you can actually reorder them. You see these little arrows on the top right? That's going to allow you to reorder these buttons. And so this is what's going to show when someone first visits this bot. Now what we need to do now is create a new page that we're going to link to this business hours button that we just created. So I'm going to click on create page. So we're going to give it a name, and you can also enter a note if you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and enter business hours. Now I'm going to click on create page. So I have this new page here, and you can create groups to put these pages in together with. So say you wanted a new group of frequently asked questions, you can do that, and you can create a page for each of these various frequently asked questions so they can stay nice and tidy, all linked together. So now I have this new page, and I can start dragging or start adding my different bot builder elements. But what I want to do first, so I don't forget, is now I want to go and link that actual button to this page that I created. So I'm going to go back here, click on welcome page, right here where it says business hours. I'm going to click on that and make sure right here where it says welcome page, I'm actually going to change this to be linked to this new business hours page. Click on update button. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some simple information here. I'm going to click on text because I just want to have some text to let them know the business hours, and then we'll add a button to allow people to go other places in this bot. Okay, I just put in we're open Monday through Friday from this time to that time. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a button. And remember, you could use those bucket containers that I was talking about in there. So if you want to add the person's first name to give it more of a personalized experience, you could easily do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add an option here for the visitor to go someplace else in this bot. So I can send them back to the welcome page if they want. Maybe I'll just create a button and call it main menu. Okay, I've created that, and I'm going to have it taken back to the welcome page. There's obviously smoother and slicker ways of doing all this kind of stuff. Okay, so if you wanted to also trigger this without a button, so someone can just enter in business hours or what are your business hours, you can enter all of those various phrases right here where it says add trigger. So for here, I can enter in the question, what time are you open? Okay, I've entered that, and I'll click on enter, and now I have a keyword phrase that will also trigger the business hours to be shown. So this is when someone just enters in the question, doesn't necessarily click on a button that we haven't made available to them. So that will also jump someone on into here. Okay, so I think this is okay for starters. So let's go ahead and test this bot. Now on the top right, there's the button. Now when we click on this, it's going to take us over to Messenger.com, and it's going to take you into your Facebook Messenger account, and it's going to start this chatbot. I think we're ready for this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click on test this bot and then click on open Messenger. It's taking me into the new tab, and here is my bot. So if someone joins my bot, this is what they're going to see, and you can see it's personalized it with the first name. It says, hey Adam, how can I help you today? And so I can click on business hours or call now. So when I click on business hours, it says that, and then right here it says we are open. What I put in, it's just showing, and then it gives me an option to main menu. Probably want to make this, instead of saying main menu, take me back to the main menu or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and now it's going to take me back up to the main menu. So let's go ahead and test that phrase that I entered in. I think it is, when are you open? So we have to actually enter it exactly as we entered it on the trigger. So I think it was, what time are you open? There it is. What time are you open? I might have that wrong. I don't remember. Let's see what happens. I clicked on enter, and oh, there it is. I actually did enter it right. What time are you open? And it just went ahead and showed me those hours. So now let me actually ask that question a little differently. So I entered, when do you open today? And so what it's going to do is it's going to give me this response that says, sorry, I'm just a bot, but someone real will be right with you. Now you can actually customize that, because right here where it says default page, when I click on this, this is the response that is going to be given to someone when the bot does not know what to do. Okay, so you can change this, maybe add their first name. Sorry, Adam, I don't have the answer for that right now, but we'll get right back to you. Maybe something more personal, you might want to put it right there. Now check this out. When I click on Q&A, we see right here on the right, unanswered questions. And it took that question that I entered and it didn't know the answer for, and it's showing me this right here. And what that's allowing me to do is create an answer or link that to an answer page that I've already created. So it's really nice to be able to use this to know how people ask questions. Okay, so you could just click on that and then link that or set that all up. I think I would just go ahead and copy it, paste it right there, and hit on enter just like that. And now we have an answer for that. So now if someone asks that question, it's going to go right here to the business hours. Okay, so let me go back here to my pages. So this is the basics of a bot. And let me just show you now how to connect it into your website. And then I'm going to show you real quick how to do a form and send an email and all of that, because I've already created a bot for that. Okay, so if we want to connect this to our website, any website, could be Shopify or anything like that. Typically, all your website platforms are going to have an option of where you can enter in some kind of Google Analytics or something like that. And it's the same thing with Facebook Messenger, this messenger bot we created. So we need to click on HTML elements right here. We need to click on Add HTML element in the right. Click on Customer Chat Widget. Now, what we need to do is a few things. We need to give this a name, and then we need to enter the domain name, the website address where we're going to actually put this. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Okay, I've gone ahead and done that. And what's really neat is you can choose when you're embedding this onto your website where it picks up in the chatbot. So by default, it's that same welcome page, but we can choose to maybe have it pick up straight at the business hours or some other page that we created in the bot. And this way you can kind of have a little bit more control over what happens on your website. Now you can actually embed this in all kinds of websites, as many websites as you want if you want to have that continuity. So if you have a website one place and then you might have your checkout someplace else, you can embed it in both of those locations. Okay, so now what I like to do is I like to click back on HTML elements, click right here where it says copy code. It took that little snippet of code that I need to enter and it put it into my clipboard. So now I'm going to jump on over to a WordPress website right here. And if you're not using WordPress and you don't know how to get this working, I'm sure whatever platform you can ask their support, hey, where do I add an analytics script or a live chat script? It's usually pretty easy to find, but if you're unsure, you can ask those support channels. But I'm going to show you how to do this on WordPress right now. Now, your WordPress theme probably already has an option to have a spot for putting this. And the theme that I use does, and it does it really, really tricked out, and you can do some neat things. I'm going to show you that in a moment. But first, I want to show everybody else that might not be using the theme that I'm using. I use the Astra theme. I want to show everyone else how to do it. So there's a free plugin called Insert Header. What's it called? Darn it. Insert Header and Footers. So essentially, you can go to Plugins, Add New, do a search for Insert Headers and Footers. It's a simple free plugin that allows you to easily add Google Analytics type scripts and live chat scripts. So once you install and activate that, you're going to have this new option here that says Insert Headers and Footers. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and put it where it says Scripts in Footer. I'm just going to paste it. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. And then I'm going to go to the front end of the website. We can see I don't have it here now, but if I click on Refresh, you're going to see this new messenger bot in the bottom right-hand corner of the page. There it is. Now, because I've already been interacting with the bot, when I click on it, it shows me a history of all of my interactions with this particular bot, and it's as simple as that. Now it's going to appear on every single page. Now, I actually don't implement it that way, and that's because my theme has integration for these scripts, but it does it in a really advanced way and gives me total control of of where this Facebook Messenger bot appears on my website. And I kind of like having that extra bit of control. So in the Astra theme, there's a feature called Custom Layouts. I'm going to go to it right now. It's under Appearance and then Custom Layouts right here. So I'm going to create this new custom layout, and it's going to give me display control. So I'll click on Add New, and then I'm just going to go ahead and give this a name. Okay, Facebook Messenger bot. I'm going to click right here where it says Enable Code Editor. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste my code in there. Now where it says Custom Layout Settings, I'm going to go here and choose Hooks. And then where it says Action, I'm going to choose this option down here at the bottom that says WP Footer. So it says WP Footer right there. And now I get to choose when to have this code be triggered, or more specifically where. So I can choose the entire website if I wanted, or I can choose just blog posts or certain pages. I can choose whatever combination that I actually want to show this. So I'm going to show it on a specific page, and that's going to be my pricing page. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. You don't see it, but there's an option that says specific pages. And then right here, I'm going to start entering in the title of my pricing page, which is just pricing. And there it is, pricing. So I can click on that. And so now when I save this Facebook Messenger bot is only going to show on the pricing page. Okay, so I'll click on Publish. And now when I do a refresh, you're going to see, since I'm not on the pricing page, my Messenger bot went away. But if I click on pricing here in the menu, we're going to see the Facebook Messenger bot is only running on that page. This is a very powerful feature that you get with the Astra theme. I haven't seen any other platform theme or whatever implement it like this. I love this control here. And what's also nice is, I didn't show you, you can have it be based upon whether someone's logged in or logged out of your website. There's some really neat uses for this for sure. Okay, so now I want to do what I said and show you that little bit more advanced bot that I created that has a form and sends an email and does some really neat things like that. So what I first need to do is, since I can only have one bot connected to one Facebook page at a time, I'm going to go ahead and disable or disconnect the bot that we just created, and then I'm going to connect the more advanced bot that I built. So I'm just going to go to Settings. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to click on Disconnect. And so now this bot is disconnected. I'll click on the mobile monkey on the top left, and it's showing me all of my bots. And then right here where it says WP Crafter Chatbot, I'm going to click on Edit. I'm going to click on Settings. I'm going to scroll down, and then I'm going to connect this bot to my page that I am using everything on. I think I might have to change that Facebook, the code that we use to integrate it with the website. We'll find that out in a moment. All right, so I'm going to click on Pages. Now, this is a different bot that I configured to ask a few questions for scheduling an appointment, and it just happens all automatically. So on the main menu, it says this message, gives them an option to click on Schedule Appointment, and when they do that, it shows this. And what this is right here is this Forms option, and what this allows you to do is ask a question, and then when someone answers that question, you can take their answer, put it in a bucket that you can choose the name. So I chose the name Day. Gives you that, put that info in a bucket, and then you can use that info and send it off in an email. So what I did here is I asked a question, what day would you like this for? Scheduling an appointment. And then I gave this response. Okay, great. Then the bug's going to show the day. So if they said Monday, Monday it is. And then right here, I ask if they prefer morning, evening, or afternoon, and then I create a bucket for that, and here's my response. And then I ask them their email, then I ask them their phone number, and then I give them this response. And then what I have this configured to do, then I use the email element right here, and so I put in the email address of where I want to send this information. Then I put my email subject, and then I put each of those buckets in here. So when I receive an email from this bot, it's going to give me all of that info, those responses that someone gave. It's going to give those to me and send it via email. And then this right here, they're not even going to see this actually happen. And then right here, it's going to go ahead and then give them this option if they want to go back to the main menu. And so this is a bot where we're asking questions and getting answers. It's not about buttons and all of that kind of stuff. There is just so much that you can do with this platform. It is very, very impressive. Now, I want to show you the one area where you have some branding, and that's where it says main menu. Now, there is, whenever you're interacting with the bot, on the left of where the person would enter in info, there's a little hamburger icon. When someone clicks on that, it will show them whatever we've put here in our main menu. So by default, it's going to show this powered by. The only way to remove this is to sign up for a paid plan, which is fine. You also get other things other than this, but you can add additional menu items here. So let me show you how someone actually sees this branding or whatever you would also want to add to the main menu. So I'm back in my Messenger bot right here. Here's that hamburger icon. I click on it, and here is the only place you really see that branding, and you have the option of putting additional menu items. Now, today, I don't find that super intuitive for people, meaning when I've interacted with bots, number one, I didn't realize it. Number two, I didn't even realize I could click on that and there was some menu there. So that is where you see the branding. This chatbot platform has the most minimal branding that I've seen from some of the other platforms. Okay, so this is setting up a bot with MobileMonkey. Like I said, if you want to go here and set up a free account, visit WPCrafter.com/MobileMonkey. Now, there are some benefits to getting a paid plan. Number one, you don't have that bit of branding. Number two, you get some sequences, drip campaigns, you get analytics, and the one big thing that people are going to probably want that would make something like that worth it, you get integrations. So what that means is you can use Zapier to, instead of, you saw me show you that this can send an email. Well, instead of sending an email, just immediately put that information into your CRM or your email marketing platform or something like that. Now, there's one thing you probably noticed in this whole video. I never once basically talked about a chatbot in the framework of marketing and in message blasts and stuff like that. And that's because I don't think I would personally do these like message blasts, because I don't think I would probably want to receive message blasts like that, but you can do it. And one thing I didn't also cover, you can also segment. So there's that form where you're asking questions and people can have responses. You can segment the people that are interacting with your bot that way. In case you wanted to send marketing messages, you could do it based on various segments. Anyways, guys, MobileMonkey is a really neat platform. I think messenger bots are actually very practical and applicable to most businesses out there where people just have an extra question. And the good idea for you to do is to make it as easy as possible for someone to get an answer to their question, whether it be, what are your holiday hours? All these basic questions that people are going to have of your business. So anyways, that's all that I have for you in this video. If you enjoyed and found value out of the video, give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider clicking on the subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. If you're using chatbots in any ways that I'm not covering that you think would be helpful to everyone, I'd really appreciate it if you added that information to the comment section down below. As well, if you have any questions, you can ask them and answer other people in the comment section down below. Hey, thank you for spending your time with me today and watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.